Prepare? What were generally the materials that you needed to prepare for each employer?
I think that generally each employer requires a resume, a cover letter.
You want to tailor your cover letter to each employer to make it unique, because they're probably looking at a lot of cover letters from Oregon and other schools.
At least your law school transcript, if not your undergrad and law school transcript, as well as a writing sample, and some requested a list of references.
For my writing sample, I just used a document from my first year writing class, which I then cleaned up and edited to meet like the specific requirements for the employer.
I think in regard to the cover letter specifically, I found that it was really important to look at firms' websites and do more thorough research on their practice areas.
I just went on the websites and searched U of O as the law school and found whoever had come here to law school, and then made contact with them through email. Just said I was a U of O student interested in their firm, was wondering if they had time for a brief phone conversation. I didn't really meet with anybody in person ahead of time, but just kind of reached out and then asked them what they liked about the firm, and was able to use that in the cover letter then. Maybe with their name, in the intro paragraph, saying that I'd talked to so-and-so in the firm, and that they'd told me that they thought that, this part of the firm was really great, and that really interested me because, and then listed some of my interests.
It's also really important to research the firm and figure out, are there practice areas that you're really interested in? Why are you interested in them? Is it something about the firm's reputation that really makes you want to work there? And if so, tell them that.
I always tried to start my cover letter with just kind of like a couple sentences as to why I was applying to that firm in particular.
I think, again, the core of your cover letter should be really strong and about you as well.
Really honing into, I think, on location, both in your cover letter and then in the interview.
People that are from outside of Oregon who want to stay here, which was my situation, you need to develop a 1 or 2 line explanation about your dedication to the state. I had firms tell me that it doesn't matter that you're out of state. As long as you come up with an explanation and address that both in your interviews and the cover letter. I did it in my first paragraph so that they were aware of, all right, this is a girl who is serious about this.
I mean, doing research about what the firm is actually looking for, where they specialize, to make sure that my cover letter is responsive to each individual firm, was something that I spent a lot of time doing, because I think it's pretty easy to recognize when someone's sending out like their cover letter that they send to 50 people.
I think the more cover letters you send out, you can develop better selling points, which you can then include in later cover letters. So I definitely think OCI was helpful. I think I noticed a progression in my cover letter from the very first few I sent out to the ones I was sending out at the end, and I think I ended up being more successful as I went through. So
don't wait till the last minute to have your documents reviewed. I mean, upload them as far in advance before the application deadline as you can, just so that you for one thing, Career Services has the opportunity to look over it, but then also so that you can make those edits and improvements.
I think the earlier you can start, the better, just because if you want to change a comma or something like that, you don't want to be making last-minute changes with your applications. I think that makes the whole process a lot more stressful.
You always think you're done, but then when someone reads your materials and looks at them and gives you comments, you're like, oh yeah, there is a lot of places I can improve here. So I like that. I thought my materials came out looking really good.
I think it's absolutely worth it. Just for that random typo or something, one more set of eyes or 2 more set of eyes can only help.
So I think just get on it like at the beginning of summertime, and take a little bit of a chunk. Like if you just spend 15 minutes a week, you'll be able to have everything in line.
So I think if you can get your resume done early and then kind of develop the cover letters, I usually try to have my stuff in about a week early, just to give Career Services plenty of time to look over it. And I think you honestly get better feedback if they're not just quickly looking it over and then having to rush it. So I think to make the process as painless as possible is plan ahead and just keep track of deadlines.